Have you ever found yourself in a pit? Well, maybe not a real pit, but a very difficult situation. Minister Reggie Brazil offers some ideas about pits. Once upon a time, a man fell into a pit. A Pharisee said, righteous people don't fall into pits. A philosopher said, it is only logical that someone would fall into a pit. A psychiatrist said, your mother and father are to blame for your pit. A news reporter wanted to do an exclusive story on the man in the pit. A self-pitying person said, you haven't seen anything until you've seen my pit. And a humanist said, just believe in yourself and you can get out of that pit. Sometimes we find ourselves in financial pits or career pits, relationship pits. Sometimes we wind up in a health pit or an addiction pit. The late Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis said to his frustrated, impatient daughter, my dear, if you would only recognize that life is hard, things would be so much easier for you. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. Maybe your pit was not from an accident. Maybe you found yourself in a marriage pit where nothing was going right and you could only find the way out. Maybe your pit was an addiction. Maybe your pit is clinical depression. But whatever your pit is or may have been, Psalm 40 says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. And when you realize what the Lord has done for you, when you realize that the Lord has actually saved you because you cried out and asked the Lord to save you, you get real. You get oriented. You realize that you've been rescued from a place that you never wanted to be. But cry out in prayer, and the Lord will give you a sound footing. Why will he do that? Because he is a rock. The rock was Jesus. The rock is our way out of rehabilitation. The rock is our way out of doubt. The rock is our way out that we will find the right way. The rock is the way that gets us from one step up and up and up and out of the miry clay. But when you get out, you got to sing a new song. Because the text says, you put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. When we sing, it gives somebody else a sense that I can have hope of coming out of my rock, my pit. When we sing and sing that new song of praise, it gives somebody who is desperate and depressed and hopeless a sense that there is a way out. And when others see, they will fear and put their trust in the Lord. Church, it's your turn. Whatever it is that you have been through or going through, whatever your pit may be, God is able to secure, to rescue you out of the horrible pit of miry, mucky clay and sludge, a pit that is stifling you. Today is your turn to testify and praise the Lord.